Aries, if this message found you today, it is not by accident. Something powerful is shifting around you on July 25th, and the universe is asking one question. Will you recognize the signs before it's too late? Because over the next 24 hours, 3 divine signs may appear in your life. Ignore them, and you could unknowingly delay the breakthrough you've been praying for. But if you recognize them, everything can begin to change. So stay with me until the end, because the 3rd sign is the one most Aries people overlook, yet it carries the biggest blessing. Let's begin. Aries, this is urgent. On July 25th, the universe may send you 3 powerful signs. Ignore them, and you could miss your biggest breakthrough of the year. But if you recognize them in time, everything can change. Don't skip this. The 3rd sign is the most important. 1 Aries, the first divine sign on July 25th, may not look like a blessing at all. In fact, it could feel like a disappointment. A phone call that never comes, a message that goes unanswered, an opportunity that suddenly disappears, or a plan you've been counting on that falls apart at the very last minute. Your first reaction might be frustration. As an Aries, you're a fighter. When a door closes, your instinct is to push harder, knock louder, and refuse to give up. But this time, the universe is asking you to do something different. Instead of forcing the door open, pause, take a deep breath and ask yourself, what if this closed door is actually protecting me? Sometimes the opportunities we lose are the very things that would have drained our energy, delayed our success, or led us away from our true purpose. Not every closed door is rejection. Some are divine redirection. Think about your life for a moment. Haven't there been times when something didn't work out, only for something far better to appear later? At first it felt unfair, but looking back you realize that everything happened exactly as it needed to. That same energy is surrounding you now. The universe is clearing away distractions so you can step into something greater. You may not understand it today, but clarity often comes after the storm, not during it. So if a door closes on July 25th, don't chase it. Don't beg for what's leaving. Don't force what's resisting you. Instead, trust that another door is already opening, one that aligns with your purpose, your peace, and your future. Remember this, Aries. What is meant for you will never require you to betray yourself just to keep it. Sometimes your greatest breakthrough begins with the courage to walk away from the wrong door, so you can finally discover the one that was meant for you all along. 2 Aries, the 2nd divine sign on July 25th, won't arrive with flashing lights or dramatic announcements. Instead, it may come through something incredibly ordinary. A simple conversation. Someone you haven't spoken to in months suddenly reaches out. A stranger starts talking to you while you're waiting in line. A co-worker casually mentions an opportunity. A family member shares a story that unexpectedly speaks to your heart. At first, it may seem like nothing special, but don't dismiss it too quickly. The universe often delivers its greatest messages through the words of ordinary people. That's why, on July 25th, I want you to slow down and truly listen, not just with your ears, but with your spirit. Pay attention to the words that seem to repeat themselves. Notice the advice that keeps showing up from different people. Watch for conversations that stir something deep inside you. Those moments are rarely random. Sometimes the answer you've been praying for doesn't come as a miracle. It comes as a sentence. One sentence that changes the way you think. One sentence that gives you the courage to make a decision you've been avoiding. One sentence that reminds you of who you really are. Aries, you've been carrying questions in your heart. Questions about your future, your career, your finances, your relationships. And while you've been looking for a huge sign from the universe, the answer may arrive in the most unexpected way, through another person's voice. But here's the challenge. Most people are too distracted to notice. They're scrolling on their phones. They're already thinking about what they're going to say next instead of truly listening. Don't let that be you. On July 25th, stay fully present. If someone crosses your path unexpectedly, don't rush the conversation. If someone offers advice, don't reject it simply because it sounds too simple. Sometimes the simplest words carry the deepest wisdom. The universe has an incredible way of placing exactly the right person in your path at exactly the right moment. And when that moment arrives, trust your intuition. You'll feel it. There will be a sense of peace, a spark of excitement, or even goosebumps that tell you, this message was meant for me. That feeling is not your imagination, it's confirmation. So don't ignore unexpected conversations. They could introduce you to a new opportunity. They could reconnect you with someone who belongs in your next chapter. Or they could inspire the one decision that completely changes your future. Remember, Aries, your breakthrough may not begin with a miracle. It may begin with a conversation that lasts only a few minutes, but impacts the rest of your life. 3 Aries, the third divine sign, is the most powerful of all, and it's also the one that most people ignore. On July 25th, your inner voice may become louder than ever before. It won't sound like an actual voice. It won't come with a dramatic vision or a flashing sign in the sky. Instead, it will appear as a quiet feeling, a strong pull towards something, or an equally strong feeling to walk away from something. You may wake up with a thought that refuses to leave your mind. You may suddenly feel inspired to call someone, to apply for a job, to start a project you've been putting off. Or perhaps you'll feel an unexplainable urge to avoid a certain place, delay a decision, or say no to an opportunity that looks perfect on the surface. Don't ignore that feeling, because your intuition sees what your eyes cannot. Aries, you've spent so much time searching for answers outside yourself that you've forgotten one important truth. Some of the greatest guidance you'll ever receive already lives within you. The universe has been speaking to you all along. The question is, have you been listening? Too often, we silence our intuition because we're waiting for proof. We want guarantees. We want certainty. We want every step of the journey to make perfect sense before we move forward. But life doesn't work that way. Faith comes first. Then clarity follows. Think about the biggest decisions you've ever made. There was probably a moment when something deep inside whispered, "This is the right path." It didn't come from logic. It didn't come from other people's opinions. It came from your spirit. And chances are, every time you ignored that inner voice, life became more complicated than it needed to be. Maybe you stayed in a relationship long after your heart knew it was over. Maybe you accepted an opportunity that didn't feel right. Or maybe you walked away from a dream simply because fear was louder than faith. This time, don't make the same mistake. On July 25th, give yourself permission to slow down. Turn off the noise, step away from the constant distractions, spend a few quiet moments alone, because the answers you're searching for may arrive in silence, not in chaos. Your intuition grows stronger when your mind becomes still. If something brings you peace, pay attention. If something drains your energy the moment you think about it, pay attention. Your soul communicates through peace, not pressure. Remember, fear is loud. It rushes you. It tells you that you're running out of time. It fills your mind with doubt and worst-case scenarios. But divine guidance is different. It is calm. It is steady. It doesn't scream. It gently reminds you that everything meant for you is already making its way into your life. So if you feel an unexpected sense of confidence, if you suddenly know it's time to let go, if your heart keeps pointing you in one direction, Trust it. That may be the clearest divine sign you'll receive all day. Aries, your greatest breakthrough won't happen because someone else gives you permission. It will happen the moment you trust yourself enough to take the first step. The universe can open doors. It can place opportunities in front of you. It can send the right people into your life. But only you can choose to walk through that door. So on July 25th, honor your inner voice. Listen carefully. Move with courage instead of fear, because the guidance you've been waiting for may already be inside you, and the moment you trust it, you'll realize that your greatest breakthrough didn't begin outside of you. It began the moment you finally believed the quiet voice within. Here's what Spirit wants you to remember. Your breakthrough isn't coming because you're becoming someone new. It's coming because you're finally ready to release what no longer fits your life. Old fears, old habits, old relationships, old doubts. Leave them behind. July 25th isn't just another day. It's an invitation, a turning point, a moment to choose faith over fear.